So I got my induction for the glass organised, and that's happening on Tuesday afternoon, which is a great coincidence because this week was the last of the seminars in that slot, so it's kind of handy that it's just fallen into place. I've got to join some level 4s with air induction, and it's fusing and slumping, so they've offered me a workspace as well in that area, so that's really good. Things moving on hopefully, and I can actually start producing some work. I believe we've got an exhibition coming in January, February time, so everything I've done so far is kind of very experimental, so I'd like to actually produce something of substance before that show happens, even though it's a work in progress show. At the moment all I could put on display is a video, really, I would say. Dean gave his lecture, course leader, on Tuesday morning, and it was really good, very interesting. Made me think actually about a lot of options that I'd not previously thought of. I'm not going to go down the performance art route, I'm sure, but actually it's quite interesting to see how other people have evolved with their ideas and opened doors that they didn't previously think about, I guess. I've just been taking some pictures, unfortunately. Oh, I'm full of cold. Unfortunately, I've only got access to my phone to take the pictures that I need to take. I could do with a macro lens or a microscope. So I'll see if I can call a favour from anyone that might have something. Otherwise I'll have to go and have a word with the stores and see if I can get something from university. Nobody's really told us anything, that we're just expected to know how things work, where to go for things, who to see. And it's a bit stressful, really, not knowing what your options are. Perhaps if I have a chat to my tutor or course leader, they can help me with it. I took some swabs when we first moved, well, long before we moved in here, when we were first trying to make it habitable. Basically a swab from every room in the flat, bar what will be my studio, which was fine. Everywhere else was grim. And it's taken really a month and a half to get them to grow because it's so cold here, and it really is cold. So I've taken some with just a little clip-on macro lens that I've got for my phone. So they're not amazing, but they're a start. I was thinking they could be a good starting point for the glass idea. The idea of space and place and containment, and what places contain hidden things. Everything's kind of vague at the moment, but hopefully things will start coming together a little bit more once I can start physically producing things. That's quite snoring, that's not me. She is. Quite snoring. So yeah, I've got Kite with me at the moment, and she'll be going back to my parents tonight, which I don't like doing, but it's better for them and it's better for her. She doesn't get left on her own that way. I could see her over the weekend. There's fireworks as well tonight because they're switching on the Christmas lights in the town, and we are a couple of 100 metres from there, so I'd sooner she was away from them. She's not a mad panic when it comes to fireworks, but I wouldn't like to put her in the situation if I can avoid it. The avant-garde, I need to really think about what I'm going to write about. I'm thinking video so far, moving image. I don't know, there's nothing out of everything that really floats my boat, except maybe moving image or the political side of things. And I don't know enough about either to just quickly write an essay, so that's going to mean a lot of research, whatever I do. I know that's the whole point, but there's a lot of research and there's a lot of research. So never mind, I'll come up with something. I've got to have a tutorial with him next week or probably the week after next. Weeks at the moment seem to be, the start is uni, the middle is recovering from uni, and the end is preparing for uni. And I seem to just exist in between. Monday and Tuesday I'm there, and then the rest of the week I'm not. But I don't seem to get anything done. I just seem to float around in a fog. This evening I have an exhibition. It's just from my little life drawing class that I was doing for a while. So it's not a big thing. It's been a while since I put work on display. I'm not taking anyone with me. I've got no one to take, to be fair. It wouldn't interest himself. Parents, probably not. It's better that Mum stays with Kite anyway. So, not be an evening and milling about, but at least I can probably collect my work afterwards because he retains it. So I might be able to put something up in my studio space if nothing else. Because it's all looking very bare at the moment and it's completely uninspiring. So it's time to just wall up some stuff up on the walls, even if it's posters. I've got a couple of exhibition posters and things that I could just put up for the sake of having something up, I guess. I'm gonna have to try and do some writing and some research before I go back on Monday. It's now Friday, but Self's at work over the weekend, so I could really focus on that then. And then wallop as much of that into the sketchbook on Monday in time for doing my induction on Tuesday. And then hopefully I can start doing some design work and actually make some things. I've got some vague ideas about combining glass and video at the moment. But until I can start making, I can't really start designing because I don't know what my limitations are. So yeah, I'll check back in once that's done.